Cześć, zapraszamy na kolejny podcast Grupy Kapitałowej IMMOBILE. Dzisiaj omówimy w dalszy ciąg omawiania sprzedaży, struktury sprzedaży Promstahl, czyli spółki zależnej PJP Makro. Dzisiaj zajmiemy się naszym Promstahlem Limited, czyli Limited Liability z Wielkiej Brytanii. Dzisiaj mamy dwóch gości specjalnych, którzy są odpowiedzialni za prowadzenie naszej brytyjskiej spółki. Także dzisiejszy odcinek będzie po angielsku. So today we have our special guests Tom and Paul, and at the beginning, could you say a bit about yourself, about how it all started in case of cooperation with Promstahl?
Yeah, Paul Harrison. We started Promstahl Ltd last year in June. Been in the market for many years, ex-Herman, as is Tom. So we're experienced in the loading bay industry with logistics and dock levelers, etc. So yeah, we came on board with Promstahl to obviously start up the UK. Which we did, and say the doors opened last year in June, and touch wood, things are going quite well. The market is buoyant, and we have a lot of support from yourselves, from our Polish colleagues. So yeah, we're quite excited with what we've done, and we're excited for the future as well.
And Paul is responsible mainly for sales. Yeah?
Yes, I'm front end, so I'm sales. You could say that's the easy bit.
Yeah.
Or Tom would probably say that. So yeah, I'm the front end with the sales, and obviously Tom more so on running the actual project work.
Okay.
So
okay.
yes, I'm responsible for sales.
But you know each other from the previous.
Yes, absolutely. We've worked together for
long time.
Yeah, 20 years maybe. So yeah.
So because in case of let's say sales, it's like maybe there is some differences between the let's say the companies, but maybe so why you choose Promstahl? What is it? There are some differences between other brands.
The product is very good. The quality of the product is very good, and that was impressive. But it was also a good opportunity to put our own mark on the market within the UK. Promstahl are obviously not massively well known in the UK, only kind of being supported from Poland, selling direct from Poland into the UK for 10 years, and some of it via the German office, kind of 10 years ago. But I think to start something new within the UK and progress that and put the kind of the company on the map, or the Promstahl as a brand on the map, and to compete against everybody else, it was a big opportunity and one that
this is somehow copying of our German office. So being there as a single company that is known internally and so on.
We visited the German office 2 years ago now, probably.
February last year.
Or was it February last year before we started in the UK? So we got an understanding of what the German office were about and what's kind of expected of us in the UK as well. Okay, we won't be exporting like Germany do to other countries, but it gave us a sense of what we can do in the UK.
Yeah, so Paul, as a salesman, he's naturally first to speak, so, and then we didn't let the chance for the Tom to say something about his experience with levelers and.
Yeah, the same as Paul has just said. My name's Tom Langley. We are joint MDs at Promstahl Limited. And as Paul said, he looks after the front end, the sales side of it, and then I look after the order processing and running the project work that we're sort of chasing. I've been in the industry since '93. I started with a company called Dynaseal that Herman later bought out in 2002. So been sort of in the industry and working for, Dinosaur was very similar in the early days to what I saw as Promstahl. Certainly when I saw the factory about 2 years ago, it looked very similar to the early days of Dinosaur, so that was part of the attraction to me. And also a very warm feeling with talking to the senior managers and or everybody we've really come across. There's a really warm feeling in the business and very encouraging and positive. So yeah, as Paul said, it was just a great opportunity, and it came at the right time when I think both of us were looking for that next challenge. So it just came at the right time. Obviously with Brexit, I think it delayed slightly, and then with COVID it delayed a little bit more, but everything happens for a reason, and it's all good at the moment. So.
But and are there any factors that, let's say, differentiate UK market from other markets that Promstahl is in? You see some?
I think the UK market is always different, yes, because we're an island. I think we have different vehicles, different lorries, we have taller vehicles. So yeah, it's always a little bit different. I mean, for us it's normal, but yes, when we talk to people outside the UK, they think the UK seems to have special solutions. So.
But as you said, it's like you said that Brexit delay some of the actions. But so in Poland now, this is, let's say, stories in the media. They are talking about the Brexit, that blah blah blah. There is lack of petrol, lack of something. You feel it, or for you it's just normal as nothing happened.
No, it's been quite a strange time, really, I suppose, because with Brexit and then obviously with the pandemic, and at the moment, yes, there is a big shortage of lorry drivers in the UK, over 100,000 shortage. So that makes transport more expensive. It also means that if you go to the supermarket, not all the shelves are full because they can't get the supply. I think it's there, available, they just can't get it delivered. So.
But why is it such a problem with the drivers? They all flee from UK?
Yes, yes, and that's, I think, is the main problem. Yes.
But do you know the reason why is it like this?
Brexit. I think a lot of Europeans have left the UK with
but
Brexit.
Is this some specific to the market that now after Brexit is like not they don't pay enough, or it's like not good for them to go to UK to transport? They not pay enough, or what's the reason?
I think payment is an issue, and the conditions that lorry drivers face within the UK. Facilities for lorry drivers is not great. The pay is not great, as far as I'm aware. So I think those two factors, and with Brexit compounding that, people felt scared and not wanted in our country, maybe. And that's kind of where it was at, and a lot of people left. So a shortage of drivers, as Tom said, that has a knock-on effect for all businesses, including ourselves, trying to get the product over on time at the right cost. It's challenging.
Okay, it's challenging. And let's say here after pandemic, they're also saying that we have to move some of the production from China to Europe and so on. Obviously, you are still in Europe, maybe not in the European Union, but it's also a case in the UK that now it's time to bring back production to islands, or it's like
there's talk, but that's not going to change overnight. We're a massive service industry within our country. We don't produce and manufacture like we used to years ago. That could be a good thing for us, because warehouses are needed, loading bay logistics, etc. So I don't think that's a bad thing for our industry, for what we're doing as Promstahl in the UK. But there's talk of moving production and manufacturing, but as I say, that's how long is that going to take? That's a long process and a big cost, which we've supported the pandemic as a country with costs for various things. So it's not going to be easy.
Well, you said it's like more more like the service economy?
Absolutely.
And is it so? It's like that part of view is like this Brexit is also quite problematic, yeah, because you normally, let's say, import a lot from continental Europe. Is it still a problem, or they just fix it?
I don't think importing. Okay, importing has become a little bit more difficult. The paperwork and the red tape has been more difficult, but people will always find a way. We need product, whether that's food, whether that's electrical equipment. Product is required in the UK because we don't produce it. So we find a way to bring it in, and that is the case. Lorry drivers aside, that's its own issue, but product will always find its way to the UK, and the warehouses will be built, and we will supply equipment for those warehouses. So yeah, and the e-commerce has changed because of COVID, because of Brexit as well, I think, and I think it just presents a better opportunity for us as a company as well. That, you know, the way people shop has changed. A lot of it is online, so the e-commerce side, logistics is changing because of it. It gives us that opportunity.
So as you said, the outlooks on the market, the outlooks for the future are good. Very for good. The
the last 2 years has been very, very busy. We've seen a big increase. We see an increase in inquiries that we get to quote for the work and for the logistics centres and the warehouses. So the statistics will bear that there's an increase, and there's no let up. What we hear for next year is just the same as this year. It's going to be just as busy.
But it's connected with e-commerce, with, let's say, bringing back some production or some warehouses to the island to have more of the inventory. Or this
Both.
Is the case, both, and there's also some other things, or this is the two main reasons?
They're the two main reasons.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the two main reasons. Yeah.
And moving back to our company in the UK, can you describe what's the structure now?
Yeah, so the structure, obviously myself and Tom, joint managing directors. So as I say, we started last year, just the two of us, waiting for that first order to drop. So we did a lot of legwork when we started, contacting obviously a lot of people that we know within the industry. So that was a slow start. It was pandemic time as well, so that made it probably a little bit more difficult. We couldn't go and see people because of the pandemic. So a lot of it was done over Zoom and Teams meetings online, which is not easy when you're trying to present. It's better face to face to have meetings with people. So that was not easy. But we broke the back of that, and we started selling, and we started moving the product in and installing it. And from that, we've grown. We took on an installer who looks after our installations. And since then as well, we've taken on a new project manager to obviously alleviate Tom's time to manage the projects, the direct project and installation work that we've got. So two of us started, and we're now 4, and we're looking for more engineers because we have a lot of installations taking place over the next 6 months that we need to fulfill, and we need engineers, and that's not easy either, is it?
No, not at all. No, labour is very difficult to find in the UK.
So it's like as you said, that may be a bit of the programmer's language, front end, back end, and so it's there are some problems at the back end side to like finish that in installation,
Yeah, there's because the market is so busy in the UK. There is only so much labour, and obviously the market increases, the labour doesn't. So yes, there's a shortage of labour for the installation, as well as lorry drivers. So it makes it more difficult, more challenging. But we think the right solution was to we've employed a manager, installations manager, and then we're looking to employ a team of installers. So we've got at least our own team and we've got more control than over our own installations. So we think that's the right way to do it.
So as you said, for now, so like first month was like harder because it's like we have to get to know each other and so on, and now we are already always fixed, and now we have only like normal business problems, people for
Yes.
the installation,
Yes.
lots of orders to bring the offers to the clients and
Yeah.
so on. So
Mhm.
there are problems that we like.
They are problems, and,
Yeah.
and some of them are difficult because of the factory lead times as well. Okay, whilst the project work that we do for ourselves, the installation, we have the lead time is not so much of an issue because we have that time available. But it's the other side of our business where we're supplying to dealers and the trade. They want the products quicker.
Mhm.
So because our lead time has gone out, that's made that side of the business slow down a little. But the project side has gone that way. So it's not
So
such a problem.
It's like this situation with pandemic is demanding for everybody, because then this like orders in levelers they were growing, but now it's like they are booming, and there's not everybody. It is hard to manage the, let's say, production, but I know that the guys in Koronowo do everything they can to like.
Yeah, and
on
actually
so on.
we've visited the factory today, and as Tom said earlier, that's for when we first visited a couple of years ago. The transformation of the factory is chalk and cheese. It's and it's very impressive, and there's a lot of activity, which is good, and they'll always try and help.
And I know
we're getting
that
so much support. It's
I know
it's very
that
good.
also Sean here, who's in direct contact with us, and he's working here with us with the building. He's also doing everything for this cooperation to go slightly and so on, and with the less delays as it's possible, because it's like we are let's say like this. And how do you like, because it's like your first time, no, it's like second or third time in Bydgoszcz.
Yes, first time since we've started in the UK. So yeah, it's.
But there were also your first times in Poland.
It was when we first visited. Yeah, it was the
Yeah?
first time in Poland. Yeah,
And
I the town. I love the town.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
It's
really
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a nice feeling. Yeah, yeah, and these offices as well. We like
Yeah.
because when I first came, you in the previous office. So
yeah, in
this is very
Podolska.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like this. This is let's say our own project, and yeah, it's very nice working here, and I hope you will be visiting more.
That's the
And
plan. I think.
yeah, and so we are, because it is also let's say always hard to guess what the viewers want to hear. So I will suggest that maybe the viewers will ask some questions to Tom and Paul. Paul and Tom is like Paul and Tom, and then we can maybe schedule some conversation
Absolutely.
during Zoom or something like this.
We can do that.
To get on with it. It's like the situation as we hear is dynamic. Lots of things are going on, but they are the situation is moving, let's say, in our direction. So we are waiting for your comments, for your question, and we will be back talking, but maybe directly from the UK. Maybe, if it's possible, we also on our, let's say, channel on YouTube, we like some, let's say, movies from the installation. So we will be pleased, Tom, if you can show us. It will be also very good if you can present some specific products for the UK market, because here in Poland we can present our, let's say, standard levelers, because we have, let's say, we have the biggest amounts are like basic, like in Germany and so on. The trucks are similar, as I remember from from the school and from educating about UK. UK always like to have their own.
We get told we're very special.
Left side of the road,
Yeah, of course.
own measures and so on. It's
Yeah, it's
connected
different.
to its day
Yeah.
with the huge UK on all continents and only the rules and as I said before we started the episode, it was let's say very sad to hear that you are going out of the Brexit, not because we are so much in love in European Union, we like it, but we have a good partner that have similar point of view, conservative and so on. And now it is harder because it's like the balance is not
different dynamic.
No, it's dynamic, and also it's like what can we say? Lots of Poles loves UK. That's why this is, I think, the biggest immigration was to UK when we joined European Union. So it's like. So it appears that we just get on well with each other.
Absolutely.
So it was sad, but what can we do in our business?
Indeed.
In our business life, we only can think farther, and we will just do the integration with the Promstahl project. Yeah,
Absolutely.
and we want to have our, let's say, UK Polish product in every warehouse in the UK.
So do we.
So all the best successes in the UK. Have a nice flight back,
Thank you.
and then we will talk through the Zoom or
Indeed.
then, and we waiting for you to visit again.
Yeah,
Thank
brilliant.
you.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.